Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Sean,
My name is Rusty Yo Man.
and welcome to Table Talk, show where just two roommates talk shit. We talk about random stuff. We talk about what happened in our week. We talk about random controversial shit. Sometimes we dive down rabbit holes. Sometimes we just talk about how we feel, man. That's what it is.
Yes, that is what it is.
It
We
is.
seldom talk about tables. About tables if you'd really like to know about tables, but that's for the experts. I like
Yeah.
to leave the table talk to the experts talking about tables, and we will talk about what we talk about around the table as opposed to talking about tables themselves. So if you came here looking for a podcast about table talk, about tables, different types of tables, you have mistakenly gone to the wrong place.
Yeah.
However, you can stay here as we may talk about them, but there's a very good chance we will not.
Yeah. There's a very solid chance that we will not talk about tables. Um,
Right. There is no table talk in the table
there's
talk.
there's no talk about anything of tables. And
Not yet.
if you're actually looking for a podcast to talk about like structures, like tables and structures, do some research because I don't think there's one out there.
Well, dude, then maybe we need to have one because I bet there would be some people who would be into hearing about tables. Dude, you know
Dog,
what's a really cool table?
I'm just gonna be honest. Like I like structurally sound. I'm not structurally sound. I'm pretty sure that given some time and some ingenuity and some thought behind things, I could build something, but I couldn't build a table from scratch.
Dude, man, yesterday I saw someone, this isn't a table, but I saw this thing. These people took all these rocks and then, like, for like a garage, and then put epoxy over it. So it looked like it was like just rocks, but then it's a solid, um, floor. But
Hmm.
it's like you got all these rocks, so it looks like you're like walking in a river, um, kind of a thing, like a whole bunch of river rocks. And
You know,
that's a cool idea.
yeah, the issue with epoxy
What's that?
is that if it hits a certain temperature, it will start to heat up. Like the
Oh
epoxy
shit!
itself will heat up, and then it can either ruin the epoxy or catch fire.
Oh, and that, yeah, I guess that's like a plastic too, of
Yeah,
sorts.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's a
it'd probably be
chemical.
like chemical fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
it's a good.
You would have you would have to be in a location where it just the temperature stayed consistent throughout the year.
Yeah, like I feel you could do that in some Scandinavian country,
Yeah,
um, and just be like, however they're
yeah,
talking with. I don't
yeah.
wanna I don't wanna do some Scandinavian accent, dude.
No,
Uh,
no.
I don't know which one I'd choose, but it kinda sounded like
Yeah, yeah. So,
yeah.
I've watched a lot of people on YouTube make epoxy tables and stuff like that. I've seen some really cool ones. Like somebody made a denim epoxy table where they just took
Denim?
like layers of denim and put epoxy layers on them, like soaked them in it and compressed it down and then shaped it, which is really fucking cool. I've
What
seen
was the
somebody
shape?
they like a table, just like a regular table. It was a
Oh,
long
okay.
table, not as big as ours, because we got the big one.
Yeah,
Um,
not like a fucking, pair of shorts, like, or a jean
no,
jacket or something? They didn't make it
no,
in the
no.
shape
It's
of a jean jacket?
like pants, well, no, it was just a strip of denim. Like
So
I
it's
can't
like
tell you.
the same shape as this table that I'm
Yeah,
I'm sitting at.
yeah,
Okay, so rectangular, not like,
yeah.
okay, so like
Square circle.
they took something off of a
Yeah,
roll of
yep,
denim and is just like, "This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna
yep.
put epoxy in it. I'm not gonna change the shape at all." Boom, here we
I
go.
mean, they sanded it down and everything, which it looked really cool, but it wasn't. I mean, it was it was pretty rectangular. I've also seen somebody do tables out of construction paper, like an epoxy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really cool because they would take and put like some kind of weird base thing underneath it, which would push up the epoxy a little bit or push up the paper a little bit to form like an arch. So when they sanded it down, they got different colors of the different color construction paper they were using.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very innovative. I
Yeah.
don't mind for that.
No, I mean, there's people who can do it great, and
Yeah,
like let them do it. You
yeah.
know, they're the
Blacktail Studios is one of them. Blacktail Studios is great. He
shout
works
out.
works. Shout out to Blacktail Studios. This man has like quadruple thousand the amount of followers that we have combined on both platforms and both creators. But yeah,
For the
that dude's
table
great.
talk.
Yeah, for the table talk and for our podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. He's a carpenter by trade, and so he makes a bunch of tables and shit. And he uses like he used to do a lot of epoxy tables. Now he more leans into just base wood.
Okay. That's like,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
that's craftsmanship.
people watch it. You watch it.
Oh yeah,
You're a people. You're
I
watching.
am people.
Yeah, you're watching paint dry,
Yeah,
and like basically that's what you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah,
Fucking people are like, "What are you gonna do? Just sit around and fucking watch paint dry?" And Sean's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm just gonna sit around and watch paint dry on television
yeah,
because fuck it, I like it." And so that's
yeah.
what the world's about, dude. Like, I
Absolutely.
like watching paint dry, dude. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Yes. Oh, moving on, man. You've got your ensemble. You've got the Yo Man glasses. I changed mine up. I threw on a Santa hat. It was hard to finagle with the headphones.
What did you have last time? Did you had
Dude,
gloves and
I had
mittens?
gloves. Yes, I had my
Glittens?
mittens. Glittens. Oh, dude, that actually made my stomach turn a little bit. Glittens.
Glittens? Like
Yeah,
you're gonna
Lord.
throw up?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I
Made me
got the
feel
glittens.
nauseous.
I got the
Made-
glittens, man.
Got the glittens. Ugh. Ugh. Nah, yeah, I had the glittens
The
on.
glittens, dude.
The fucking glittens, man. Yeah, I decided to throw a Santa hat on in spirit of the season.
Okay. Or the muffs.
The
The,
mugs.
the Santa
Yeah.
hat, dude. Yeah, because it's getting close to Christmas, man. It's like less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
getting that's pretty close, man. It's you know,
Yeah.
I've been I don't know. I get selective about certain Christmas music. Some of it's pretty good, some of it's pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I like to pick and choose between them.
Yeah.
But there is some really good Christmas music, and
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I don't, yeah, but I like to be the one who's picking it. I don't want to. I
Yeah.
don't want to do
Dude,
something.
speaking of Christmas music, I'm not gonna get political here. I'm not even gonna mention the person's name, but a certain somebody on social media or in
Please
the
just call
media.
me out, man, because I'm in the media.
I am media. A certain somebody in media has said that the song Jingle Bells is racist because it was created in the 1860s and because it references or because it could be connected to racism or to
Okay,
slavery.
is this 1860s in the North or the South? Because if it's 1860s
Good
in the
question.
South, it's going to be fucking racist. If it's in the North, it's probably still going to be racist.
Yeah, but I
You
mean
know,
now I mean where in a society have we turned to when we start labeling these things that have the feel good essence around them as racist, right? Like people try to cancel Baby It's Cold Outside because it could be construed as fucking rape culture.
yeah,
Have you heard that?
I have, but I would be fucking happy if they did not allow Christmas music anywhere or Christmas decorations anywhere. Um, I'd be
Ooh.
I'd be happy with that, but that's just because I'm a fucking.
What's
I
up with
don't
that,
want.
Scrooge?
I don't want to fucking walk into a place, dude, and be like, oh, okay, here's your fucking religion down my throat. Like,
Mm,
but I think everybody has the right to go and do what they want. I mean, if it's a private business, I mean, but that's gonna be like, that's on you for fucking putting your religion down my throat.
yeah.
I think everybody should be able to celebrate Christmas how they like, celebrate the
Mhm.
Christmas season, but at a business, it's one of those things that I don't think it should be pushed unless you want that to be part of your image.
Yeah.
Like, and like everyone does Christmas. Even if they don't do Christmas, they still fucking what? Are you gonna fucking not take that day off, that paid day off? Are
Yeah.
you're not gonna do? I mean, Christmas is whatever. It's a fucking day, and if you're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ in June, in December 25th, the pagan holiday, good man, you can fucking do that, dude. Happy to fucking enjoy the fuck out of that day. You do it all,
Yeah.
but like I don't I don't know. And I mean, I kind of think the same with like, I mean, and same with political. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be the same. Like, you can fucking, like, it's going to be part of your thing. And it's
Yeah.
fucking, it's what it is. And it's hard now when there is this less of a line of like, you are your
Yeah.
fucking
Mhm.
your business, man. And like, but like so many people are accepting of fucking Christmas, dude. Like, and
Mhm.
I am too. I just don't. I don't know. I want, like I said, if I'm getting 2 months of fucking Christmas music, I want a fucking in June. I want fucking a month of nothing but fucking Wu-Tang Clan playing around and
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
dressing up like Old Dirty Bastard and shit like
ODB.
that.
Yeah.
So,
I get
like,
it.
yeah, it's a long fucking time, dude. And I don't know, but like I don't want to be a hater, dude. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's like the famous saying of, you know, with all due respect, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Christmas for me this year has been kind of fucked for multiple reasons. So I'm not really feeling like in the spirit. Um, to me, it's now like at this point this year. I'm not saying it's going to be the same this year as it was, or next year, or the year before. But for me this year, it's kind of like okay, it's just another day.
Well, why don't you do something fucking cool, man? Like,
Oh,
you can.
oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There's many reasons why I can't do something cool. You ready to go down this rabbit hole?
Yep.
So I went to Thanksgiving at my family's house, and for anybody that doesn't know, my father and I don't talk. And if I go over to my family's house for Christmas, my dad will show up. But if I don't go over, he will show up. And because I feel some sort of feeling bad, even though I shouldn't, even though like I shouldn't feel bad and I should just do what the fuck I want. Because I was at Thanksgiving, he didn't go to Thanksgiving. So there's the feeling of guilt of my dad didn't get to spend Thanksgiving with his side of the family. Second thing is the current situation that I'm in, and I'm just going to say that the person that if all else failed, the person that I want to spend Christmas with, I can't. So there's that. And then because my passport hasn't come in, and because financially I can't swing it at this point, can't go and see my daughter. So I'm just at this point now where I'm like, don't give a fuck. I will wake up Christmas morning. I'll probably watch a Christmas movie. I don't have a desire to hang out with anybody, like unless something changes. Like unless something changes in one of those three scenarios, I don't have a desire to hang out with nobody. I feel like somebody took the vacuum to my soul, my Christmas spirit, and like fuck it, sucked it out. And now I'm just like, don't care.
That's my job, dude.
Yeah, I don't, and I'm saying this as kind as I can. I don't give a fuck right now. Like, I want to feel that Christmas spirit. I just don't. There's nothing. I mean, there's no fucking snow on the ground. I don't feel it. Um, I could call my sister. My sister's going to my family's house, right? So like, don't have a lot. I could go to my buddy Chris's house, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna dump my bullshit on his family. And the last time that I went, God bless him, I love Chris to death, but like I'm sitting there, I'm watching everybody do their thing and interact with each other, and I don't know anybody but Chris. And I'm like, fuck, I really feel alone. Right. So like there's even more of that feeling of like just not wanting to interact with people because of those specific reasons. Yeah, it's now I'm more shifted focus on myself. And so if by some chance one of the three core scenarios kind of works itself out, cool. It'll change. It might change the way that I feel about it. But at this moment, I don't give two solid fucks. I'm just kind of I'm not saying coasting by, but I'm focusing on myself and not necessarily focusing on that work, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever put on fucking crazy glasses that make the lights fucking look like different shapes and sayings?
Yeah.
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 Have you done that while you're driving a car?
No, I have a feeling. I have a feeling I would get pulled over because I get easily distracted.
Dude, it gets pretty distracting if you're driving the car. If you're in the car at all and you fucking are driving with those, dude, brake lights start coming on, and then you got these fucking like Santa Clauses or fucking things that say Happy New Year. And dude, it's fucking a lot of fun if you're totally sober to completely fucked out of your mind, dude. Like anywhere on that spectrum, dude, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
We could go do that, man. Because I haven't seen a lot of lights around here, man. There's like house lights, but there's not a lot of people who have Christmas lights up.
No. And I guess that's another thing that I miss is like the old nostalgic feeling of Christmas, man. Because like I grew up in Sharpsburg, right? Small community, real small community. Maybe 10 or 15 families. And when I was growing up, probably in between the ages of 6 to 10, we used to go caroling. Like the church would get together and we go caroling. Shit. Like it would literally be like, hey, drop an address and we would walk around to the community and we would knock on people's doors and sing to them. And that shit was fun. And then when I moved up to Erie, Pennsylvania, we did that too, but I only did that one time. And we went all across, like Erie is huge. We went across Erie. Like it wasn't like we could just walk down the street and carol to somebody. Like we had to jump in a vehicle, drive a handful of miles to knock on somebody's door to sing to them, and then jump back in the car and go. And so it didn't have the same appeal to it. Yeah. And then and then walking around some of these old towns like Sharpsburg, man, they fully deck their shit out with like, Christmas decorations and shit like that. And like I miss that old feeling, man. I miss that feeling of like of nostalgia when you can go into a town and see them, displaying Christmas, whether it's, a nativity scene or whether it's like fucking lights on a pole or what have you, like wreaths and shit like that. Like I think that's awesome. I enjoy it. But like I haven't seen that this year at all. Like even going into Frederick, there's a few areas in Frederick that you can go to where you see Christmas lights and shit like that, but it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I've fucking been Santa Claus in a Christmas movie, dude. So like, like
Yeah.
I've done my Christmas shit for my lifetime, and
Yeah. I get it.
like
Yeah.
that's my contribution to the Christian faith.
Mhm.
Uh, you know, so
Well,
uh,
even then, Christians rebuke the thought of Santa Claus. That's more of a pagan belief.
Santa Claus.
Yes,
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole fucking
the whole thing.
everything about it is just stolen from the
The
pagans.
tree, yeah, the tree is pagan. The star at the top of the tree is pagan. Even even when they say Yule tides, like Yule is the Norse Christmas, right? Like,
Right. Like, okay, well,
come
yeah,
on,
you just took every part of that, and you're just like,
yeah,
well, this is what we're gonna do. That's a good
yeah,
idea. Okay, let's slightly tweak this and make it for us.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us. Yeah. And so yeah, I mean like Christmas is heavily influenced by paganism. Um all throughout with the exception of like the snowflakes. I mean like they're fucking snowflakes, you know.
Well, are you
But
talking about the people or the fucking
no, the actual like lights, the
Oh,
snowflakes. Not
okay.
not not the people that get offended but if you breathe wrong.
Yeah, dude, man, I saw this thing of these frogs, and
Mhm.
then when they're ribbiting, or
Mhm.
whatever you would call it, I guess it's called ribbiting, right? Croaking.
Yeah, croaking. Yep.
Uh, that when they were on these lily pads, and when they were doing that, you watch uh, the sound waves and the vibrations through the water,
Yep.
like what it's doing. And
Mhm.
it's like they're like cats, man. I'm pretty sure. I think that they heal themselves. And then I was watching a thing about bells, and like, dude, like it's so weird. Like, not it's cool as shit that we have a bell right by us. Like, I
Mhm.
really think that's cool, and I want to go try standing closer to it. I don't know what it's made out of though, but I want to go try standing closer to it at one of the times when it's going off and
Yeah.
see.
I don't think I don't think it's a legitimate bell. I think it's I
I
mean, it
don't
might
think it
be.
is either.
I think that it is just like an air horn. Not air horn, but like a speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I could be wrong.
okay. Well, so, dude, like, why aren't people like? I mean, theoretically, someone like Lauren
Mhm.
could make a fucking bell
Yeah.
theoretically, but would you have to use all copper, and that would probably cost a shit ton? But
Um,
um, like,
I mean, you could
what's
use you go ahead.
I mean, what would be the difference? Like, why aren't people doing this? Like, why aren't people making big fucking bells? Why isn't there someone who's just like, dude, I want to make the biggest fucking bell that's ever been made?
It's because it's
And
hard to
what's the hard part? Casting it?
casting it. Yeah, because you'd have to get the shape. You'd have to get it in a mold where everything like fits together.
So then
And
couldn't
I
someone make
mean,
that though? It can't.
Theoretically, you could make like a bowl shape, right? Like you could make a bowl shape, pour it in there, and then just let everything settle, and then grind at it. Which wouldn't be hard, but then you're exposing yourself to the toxic metal fumes. Um, because when you grind it, you get toxic metal fumes. That's why, like when you do forging, they urge that you wear a mask because when you inhale the fumes from like
Sure.
the metals and the chemicals, it can make you sick.
Okay, so you put
Uh,
on a mask,
yeah,
uh, and you cast it, and then you shave it down.
yeah, yeah. You
So
shave it
is it
down.
hard to get this precise uh,
I don't
shape,
think you.
or
I don't
like?
think you'd have. I don't think you'd have to get a precise shape. I think it would have to be like something like curvature, right? Like almost like a bowl standing tall. Like you know Britney's healing bowls. It would just have to be just like that.
Okay, so like, why aren't people fucking making these?
It's a good
Like,
question.
why isn't there someone who's fucking rich? I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people don't want, all the sound healing and shit to go on, because it would fuck up the medicine and fucking industry, the medicine, the health, the
Yeah.
insurance, the fucking pharmaceutical, all
Yeah.
that, dude, it would fuck all that up in a second. And so I don't know, I'm a big believer in that bells were used for something more. Because I mean, I remember
Oh yeah.
like all the churches, like they would have people just lie down in the churches and
Yeah.
fucking do the bells and like
Well, dude,
yeah.
look, churches had a lot more to do, like, spiritually than a lot of people even realize. Like,
Well, yeah,
and
and the windows too, the stained glass windows and the
they
geometrical
would,
shapes.
yeah, they would have sacred geometry in it, and then sometime, you know, um, in the past, they removed sacred geometry from it because they said that it was witchcraft. When eh, it's not,
Right.
it's the matter of all life. And so on top of that too, like, you know how I burn incense here or we do sage or any of that. Sage is used, um sage, frankincense, and something else are used when the priest walk down the aisle and they've got that big ball of fucking
Oh, yeah,
smoke.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's to help cleanse the area and cleanse the space that they're gonna be doing their practice in. The practice of holy water is another thing, right? Like, when they douse somebody in holy water, like somebody that's demonically possessed, that can be translated to Florida water too, right? So, like, all these things that we have in a spiritual practice, um, the Christian and Catholic faith have used it as well, right?
Yep.
Like, and I'm not demonizing them by saying that, like, take what works and leave the rest. But what I've noticed is that they've taken the things and they've transmuted it to fit their, what they believe in. That's okay. That's fine. But don't say that something is witchcraft or evil because it just doesn't fit in your narrative.
Right. And I mean, that's an easy way to get people to shut up about it too, because like when you have faith, which is
Yeah.
a big thing in Christian and
Yeah.
Catholic, because I mean, there's a lot of things. It's like you got to have faith, and like, okay, sure, okay,
Yeah.
so you have faith, and like what you got faith, and then it's like, well, this stuff is demonic. This stuff is evil. Like, what? Were you gonna question that? You gonna question that something might not be evil, might not be fucking this bad shit, but like you can't do
Well,
that.
so there's a difference between faith and what you're talking about. So faith is the belief in something that is unseen, right? So, like, um they say, oh, I've got my faith in God. They don't see God. It's not physically there. He's not physically present, but people believe that he moves amongst them, or the spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, moves amongst them to make things happen. What you're hitting on is belief. Two different things. So belief is different than faith, right? So now faith comes from believing, right? And
Right,
believing comes from spoken word. Like, that is a universal truth, right? Like, you speak it, you believe it, and then it happens. That's called manifestation. But
S-
faith
same
does,
thing.
or faith-based practices don't want to acknowledge that it's manifestation,
Right,
because
because it's a bad word.
manifestation would present would contradict they're saying that God does for you what you can't do for yourself, right? So that would take the power out of your hands and put it on dependent on somebody else that isn't there, right? And I personally believe that all human beings possess the power to change you, their life, right? Like, they have the possibility. We have so many different people throughout history and currently that have changed their life based off of how they view the world and how they think and how they speak, right? Joe Dispenza is a good one. I love Joe Dispenza. Um, but essentially, what you speak becomes existence because you believe it. You start to believe it, right? And that's why so many people, right, like, have this. this psychosis of, oh, I'm sick, oh, I'm sick, oh, I'm sick, even though like you've gone to the doctor 8,000 times, you've got the results. It doesn't say you're sick, but then you manifest the sickness in your body because you say you're sick, right? So you change your thought pattern, change your thought process, and say, no, I'm not sick. You can start to alleviate some of those symptoms, and then eventually it fades away. There was a story in one of Joe Dispenza's books that he wrote where it's called Becoming Supernatural. And this woman had lost her husband to suicide, and she went into this deep depression naturally. But then the depression, because she was depressed, led to these other symptoms. And only when she changed her mindset did all those symptoms go away. Like, and it dropped deep as to the point of her getting cancer. Like, she got fucking cancer because, and she didn't have any cancer cells in her body at all. When she started changing the way that she thought and the way she spoke, the cancer just evaporated, like fucking, like that. That is very much the same as faith-based practices, right? They want you to be dependent on
Them.
a faith, yes, on them, because a lot of people in faith-based practices glorify themselves. You become dependent on them, and then to answer all of your questions, and they are the connection to God, whereas you are your direct connection to your Creator. You don't need anybody else.
You just need us. And if you don't have us, then you're fucked.
That's why counseling is so prevalent, because counselors have an open-ended contract, right, to you. So it's, I believe this, and I think Brittany believes this, and maybe you do too. I'm not sure. I think if you're in a system of healing, you're working on yourself, you're healing. Any healer worth a shit is going to aim for 6 sessions. Within 6 sessions, I should be able to identify the problem, start working on a corrective action. And if you're willing to do the work, start working on yourself. And then we do checkups for the next 2. And then on that 6th one, we evaluate where you're at now.
Yeah, I mean, that's, if you can't like have any of that done by 6, dude, you're fucking working. You're working the marks, bro. You're fucking working the marks. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
it's bullshit, and it's not how I run business, and it sounds like it's not how you two run business, dude. Like, you can fucking take all their money forever, dude. It's the same thing with the pharmaceuticals. Like, if you're fucking well, you're not fucking paying money, dude. If you can get well by fucking standing next to a goddamn bell, dude, go fucking stand next to a bell. Like, that shit's free, man. And then they were talking about the what?
Go put your feet in grass.
Put your feet in grass, dude. The umbrellas used to be made out of fucking conducting shit and would take shit out of the ether. And then the men had the canes, and the canes at the bottom had copper, and they would use that to get the grounding and fucking be able to pull that shit out, dude. Like, it's fucking weird, man. Fuck the Rockefellers, dude. I'm gonna probably get fucking
Jesus Christ. It always goes back to the Rockefellers,
dude. Always, because everything does go back to the. Well, I mean, as for part of it, but the Rockefellers, dude, they're the ones that fucking needed oil money fucking put into all this, into the petroleum based medicine healing now. And it took all the natural stuff out of the books. That completely changed the medical field books.
Now what I'm about to say, I know what I'm about to say, because I'm going to disclose part of a little bit of myself, a little peek behind the curtain, if you will. Not keeping it kayfabe. We're going to shoot from the hip. So I might sound like a hypocrite by saying this, but this is also with the realization that I have now. Okay. If you spend years in counseling over the same fucking thing, you're not doing work. you're not doing the work.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of like what, like you, me, and Brittany all basically do the same thing in one way or another. Like it's all the same. It's just different parts. Like each of us has a different part that we kind of do, but it's all like with the same way of doing it. And with talk therapy, like there's still a big filter. You still have a huge filter on, and that's fucking you up. That's you can't get to the root of a problem through a filter. You gotta fucking get your ass in there. You gotta get your ass out there and find that fucking dog. You know, you don't fucking stop and
okay, Billy.
An hour.
Okay, Billy.
Yeah.
You find that fucking dog. No, so I'm gonna say this because if anybody listens and has listened, or you know me personally, I've been in counseling for probably a good majority of my life. So that's probably gonna make me sound like a fucking hypocrite. And I'm gonna explain that. My experience with counseling is we've hit on a handful of subjects, but it's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole.
Yeah.
Right? You're not getting to the root or the core of the problem. They're not asking the question that needs to be asked. They're asking surface level questions. Right? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? That's a surface level question because your feelings are very much rooted in trauma, right? Like it's all fucking trauma response, right? Like if I'm in a conversation with somebody and they say something, I feel attacked. It has nothing to do with what they said. It has everything to do with my position and how it relates to my trauma, how it relates to me when I was a kid, where I didn't feel like I was heard, and it's very much rooted in guilt and shame.
Yeah,
right?
It's us being snowflakes in some way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're all rooting back to the snowflake.
Right.
So, but it took one session with my teacher, my shamanic healing teacher, to break that shit wide open. And it wasn't even him asking the question. The only question that he asked me or the only statement that he said was, look inside yourself, look at all the scenarios in your life, and find the fucking pit to that problem. He didn't say fucking pit because he's super nice, but he said, find the root to that problem. And I found the root to that problem. And the root to that problem was abandonment, right? Like I had this very deep wound around abandonment. I'm still working through it. It's not going to get healed in one session, but I'm still working around that. Yeah, I'm on the path, right? I'm on the path of healing. I'm not going to say you'll never hear me say that I'm healed, because there'll be situations in my life that come up where I'm like, fuck, I need work around this. And we're human. But the fact of the matter is I was able to pinpoint that abandonment wound. And when I pinpointed that abandonment wound, everything in my life started falling into place for me to address it. Everything. And it fucking sucked because it put me in scenarios. It put me in scenarios, like the universe put me in scenarios that triggered that abandonment wound.
Yep. You have to be ready for it.
Yeah.
You ask for it, dude. You better fucking be ready to be ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can tell you, like right now sitting here, like I feel heartbreak, right? Over those situations. I feel real heartbreak. I felt heartbreak over the last month. But the fact of the matter is when you're able to pinpoint that exact problem, that is the moment of freedom, right? Because now you can identify that, right? I can say, oh, I had a trauma response. Okay, that's fine, but that's not the core of the problem. Oh, I have trauma in my life. Yeah, but that's not the core of the problem because it roots much deeper. Sometimes it goes into past lives, right? And so you got to look at that past life trauma and see what actually is going on. And so, circling back to my original statement, if you're spending years in counseling identifying one problem, you're not doing the work. And it's not because you don't want to, it's because you're not ready for it.
And maybe you're not educated on that. You're not educated. That's an option. And they're sure as shit not going to tell you that. because that fucking
No.
takes them out of a job, dude.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, and I think you and Brittany are kind of the same, dude. Like, if we're like out of a job, like
Good thing.
yeah, it's a good thing. Like good, you're fucking healed. Like, or not healed, but you're on the healing path. You do the rest of the fucking work, but like, you have what you need. You have the foundation. Go fucking do it, dude.
Yeah.
You're good. If you want to fucking, now when you talk to someone, if you go to counseling, dude, you're going to be on a much deeper level, and you'll be able to fucking heal it because you have that base, dude.
Yeah.
It's all about that base.
Yeah, all about that bass. Another thing, I guess because like we're right here, like on this level of talking, I feel like it's a much higher vibration now. But like attachment styles, man, I have been diving, and this is something Rusty and I have talked about like progressively throughout the week.
Yeah.
I have been diving deep into attachment styles because I've always heard people talk about them. And
Yeah.
on social media, it's like, they bring up, oh, I have an avoidant ex. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? Or hey, I'm anxious attached, or I'm anxious avoidant, or whatever. And it's been coming up very recently due to some situations in my life. And I was like, all right, well, let's dive into these attachment styles because I really want to learn what mine is and what this other person's is, or how my attachment style has played out in my life, dude. It answers all the fucking questions,
Right.
literally all of the
And
questions.
I don't think a lot of people are ready for that, to find out what they
Mm.
are.
Mm-mm.
I do not. And if you told them, they wouldn't fucking do anything about it.
Mm-mm.
There
No.
would be like, okay, well, that's who I am. That's what it's always going to be. Like, if you can't work with me, then fuck it. Like, cause it's a make or break with that shit.
Yeah.
Cause if they, like, each one of them clash in some reason, some way,
Yeah.
there's that one part that's going to be strong. But that part, like, once it's fucking there, is like, okay, dude, like, you can't, you know, you can't fucking take that back. Like,
Yeah.
you can't fucking, it's there, dude. Like, and this,
Yeah.
it's a big one.
And some people just they don't want the answers to the test. They just want something to talk about, right? And I've encountered one of those people in my life where that person just always has something bad that they want to talk about, and they'll call me and be like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got some stuff going on," and then they'll just jump right into what the fuck is wrong with them, and I'm like, "Dog, like you just asked how I'm doing? Okay, I guess we're talking about you now." And that's just like
What the
every
fuck does that
conversation.
mean?
Yeah, and the other day I had a conversation with this person. I'm like, look up this attachment style. Just here's the link. I'm gonna give you a link, and this is gonna tell you everything you need to fucking know about attachment styles. You can learn yours, you can learn your partners, and you can figure out how what you're doing is triggering them, and how what they're doing is triggering you, and how to work with that, right? And then he
Right.
was like, yeah, but, and then I'm like, dog, from everything that I'm hearing from you, you are anxious attached, right? Like you don't want to feel that loss, so you cling on to somebody. And I said, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like I myself am anxious attached, right? I'm working toward a secure attachment, but like the thing is like you start clinging to that person because you don't want to feel that loss because of something that happened in your past. That's fine. Now you're going to understand why she is avoidant
Yeah.
and how you can work with that, right? And he's like, oh, she just wants space. Yes, give her that fucking space. Stop chasing.
So is your GPT set to kind of put you into the higher version of yourself for each of these things?
Yes.
Is it, and it's getting you towards that secure attachment
Yes.
style,
Yes.
little by little. Like,
Yes.
I don't think people understand shit like that. Like that's something that's going on and is an option right now of things that can be doing to improve yourself, improve your situation. But again, it's like, it's a very inward gut punch. Like, it's gonna fucking suck. is
Mhm.
gonna suck, and but it's
Yeah.
gonna change your vibration, and things maybe actually it will be different, and you're
Yeah.
gonna fucking vibe with different things, different people, different situations. But
Yeah.
some of those things that you were open to doing, dude, ain't gonna fucking fly anymore, man.
No, no. And the thing is it's been saying that the whole time. I just have not had the cognizant or the understanding to like look at that and be like, no, 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 I shouldn't follow this. No, I definitely should. I should definitely follow this because it's telling me what I need to do. And
Yeah,
yeah,
because yeah, you have it calling you out,
yeah,
because you and I are both like that, like where it's probably better that way to just get it fucking flat out.
yeah,
It's gonna fucking suck, but
yeah.
then we know what's up and we can
Yeah.
go.
Well, I mean, a lot of people like look at AI as very taboo now as well, right? Like,
Right.
so
Well,
I've had people say, I can't believe that you're using AI for this, or I can't believe you're using AI for that. Why not? It is an unbiased source, right? Even if you put biased information in it, it's going to give you unbiased fucking responses,
right.
right? It can look at you and look at your responses and be like, you were you were a dickhead and nice words,
Right.
right? Even if you say, "Give it to me blunt," I don't give a fuck about cussing. Say it, right? Like it'll literally be like, "You were a dickhead. You shouldn't have said that."
Yep. Right. And yeah, it'll say, yeah, yeah. Actually, that was a dickhead move. Like,
Yeah,
oh shit. Okay, I guess
yeah,
it was. Thanks for telling me that, because I wouldn't have
yeah,
known otherwise. Now I can improve that situation and not fucking talk
yeah,
like that. And then eventually, you're just naturally doing that, and that's the baseline.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, and the thing is I've drafted up responses. I've drafted up emails that I was going to send or letters that I was going to write. And it was like, don't do that.
yep,
Don't do that because you know, it may feel good in the moment, but you're going to feel like shit later on. And I'm like, God damn it, you're right.
yep,
I shouldn't. And then if I've drafted it up and said, I've sent this, it's like, can't take that back now.
yep. You fucked up. You fucked
You
up.
fucked
Here's
up.
how we pivot. It's
Yeah,
it's
this is
not the fucking way you should have done that, but here's what you
yep,
got to do.
yep, yep. And working with ChatGPT and AI is like helped me understand not only myself, but understand other people to the point where I'm like, okay, I understand where we're at now. I get it. Right. Especially, you know, when it comes to patterns.
Yeah,
Uh you know, I can see patterns now. Like there I have that pattern recognition now. Like
right.
whereas before I wasn't able to like actually see the pattern. I'm just like, oh, this person, you know, they want to have a conversation with me. Yeah, that's cool. But how many conversations did they want to have with me where I was taking responsibility for someone else's feelings?
Yeah, yeah. What fucking counselor is gonna tell you that? And how would a
None.
counselor fucking get to that spot that fucking fast? You know how many years you would have to talk to a counselor to get a
Hmm.
counselor to ask you that question or tell you that statement?
Yeah, yeah,
Good
dude.
fucking luck.
Speaking of counselors, man, like I use my counselor now as more of a sounding board. I get nothing. You know, I've talked to her about some things and I use it for what it's meant to be used for. I talk about my problems, whatever they may be that arises that week or those 2 weeks, depending on on if she's on vacation or not. But because she tends to take vacation very often. Um, but I use it as a sounding board and only at on the back end of things where I'm like, okay, I'm moving on. Does she say, "Oh yeah, I was really concerned about that"?
Dude, you should
Why didn't you tell me?
get a new fucking counselor, dude, if you can. Fuck
Yeah,
that, dude. You don't need that shit. Dude, there's so many fucking counselors.
I've been looking. Well, I've been the issue is I've been looking for counselors that accept the VA healthcare because I have VA healthcare,
Right.
and and on top of that, once I do get a counselor VA healthcare, they have to send a waiver over to the VA. And the VA, like, okay, so the VA has a community or a care in the community program where I can be seen outside the VA, where I don't have to drive an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half to go to the VA to go be seen or be seen virtually. So if I were to walk into a counselor's office and say, "Hey, look, you know, you guys do accept VA healthcare," I would love to be a client of yours. I do use the VA. I need you guys to send over all the paperwork. They'll get the ROI. I'll sign the ROI. Do what you got to do. Contact me when they're done. That'll take anywhere from 3 to 6 months because the care in the community program sucks balls, like just point blank period. It took me 6 months to get a fucking brand new primary care doctor where I didn't have to drive an hour to an hour and a half to be seen, right? And this doctor, if I do get sick or something, they do same day appointments, whereas I would have to schedule an appointment 3 to 6 months at the VA ahead of time to be seen for something that probably has already run its course.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay. Well,
dude,
thanks.
yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem with the community care. Is that it's not on the providers that I want to see. It's literally on the VA. The VA literally moves at a snail's pace.
You done fucked up, AA, Ron.
I done fucked up by being a veteran. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fucking. You got, whatever you got. You got it. It's just not great, and that's the problem. That's a problem. That's why you got to have more people fucking doing alternative health cares like ourselves. Those are the people that you want to fucking get with, and that's why you should come see us. And if it's not us, go find other people like us. Go find them, dude. Fucking do that work. That's the work that's gonna get you fucking feeling good. You're not putting a goddamn Band-Aid on a bullet hole, as
Band-Aid
Sean said earlier. You're fucking getting down there, you're getting to the root, you're getting below that soil. You're in that soil. You're not below the soil. You're getting your shit in there, dude. You're fucking getting your claws in there, dude. You're fucking, you got your big old fucking base of your tree, and then you just fucking grow from there, dude. You're not just a top heavy fucking SpongeBob SquarePants looking motherfucker. You got fucking you go there. You don't fucking skip leg day, bro. You fucking you do leg day. You're a leg day motherfucker.
Leg day motherfucker. Before we shut down, man, we haven't even hit this topic yet. How's your week been, man?
Oh, dude, it was cool, man. Just fucking chilling, bro. Just fucking chilling, straight chilling.
Fucking
hanging out,
chilling.
dude. Figuring out. I do want to get that fucking in the exciting news, dude. I want to fucking move that TV because I want to hook up. I think I have to go out to my car. I want to hook up another game system. I think is what I need to do. I think I need to go back in time, but I'm debating on hooking up my PS2 or my Wii.
Nice.
And that's something that could be pretty exciting, dude. I don't know which one I want to do. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, and I feel like I still tell myself like I want to sell the Wii, but like I haven't yet. I don't want to sell my PlayStation, my PlayStation 2. I'd sell my PlayStation 5 Plus before I'd sell my PlayStation 2.
Shit, I tried to turn the microphone off before I sneezed in it. Sorry.
Did you try, dude? It's for the hard of hearing, dude. There's their shit. But yeah, man, I don't know. I've just been fucking chilling around. I haven't been doing anything too crazy. We were talking about going to the gym and or going to the other gym and going to the fucking sauna, fucking steam room, hot tub at the YMCA, or working out, or a combination of the two. But that's been good doing that in fucking yoga. And we got our class tomorrow morning, and yeah, if you want, you can find our first or our last week's session online at facebook.com/Union Bridge Yoga. Yeah. So get
Yeah.
at that, man. I guess that's what I've been doing, man.
No.
What about you, man? I don't
Man,
do a lot.
I started feeling stagnant in my week. Well, no, I wouldn't say stagnant. I mentioned earlier that like I was feeling heartbreak, and I realized that if I continue to sit in that feeling of heartbreak, it's just going to continue to perpetuate, and I'm not going to really like move. I'm not going to do anything. There's going to be no movement in my life. So I started executing on or started using my fucking Planet Fitness gym membership again. So um, Rusty and I went to the gym 3 times. Well, I went 3 times this week. I went and
No,
got some. I went and got some supplements. So some pre-workout, some aminos, and some protein. I had ChatGPT draft me up a fucking intro level gym workout so that when I got back in that, I'm not destroying myself because I don't need to destroy myself going back into the gym.
right.
And it's worked, right? Like I'm a little sore, but I'm not like I can't touch anything sore, which is good. But also, going into the gym, it helped me have that sense of purpose, right? It helped. I wouldn't say it helped me distract, but it took my mind off of things for a moment
Sure.
and a moment in time, and uh, it's overall helping in my overall health, which is great. I'm not seeing results right now, which I mean, you're not going to see results right off the bat.
Sure.
Um, but I'm feeling a lot better than I did. And I made a commitment to myself this past Monday. I said I'm going to go to the gym at least 3 times this week or 3 times a week, and and I'm going to go even when I don't want to go. And yesterday was one of those days. Yesterday I was like, man, fuck this, I ain't going. I was like, I just don't feel like going.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm sitting here and I'm not doing a fucking thing. I need to go. I need to do something. I need to move. So I went and I did my day 3 workout, and then I'll pick it back up on Monday. Um, yeah, I mean that's what it's been this week. Going to the gym. I'm excited for this upcoming week and weekend. So I mean, we got yoga tomorrow. I also have a tarot reading that I'm having done on myself by a friend of mine named Cheyenne. I'm excited about that. Um, I'm doing my recording tomorrow with a special guest for my recovery podcast for the Christmas episode. And which, by the way, I started working on the intro video for that. Woo, it looks dope as fuck. And it's all AI. I'm just gonna let you know it's all AI. So if you got a problem with that, don't fucking watch it, or you can watch it, whatever. Um,
Dude.
but
Oh.
but then tomorrow is John Cena's final match. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
excited to watch that.
So there's something. So I saw someone making on Sora, whichever one it is that makes music, but
Mhm.
they were making like what's it like a I don't know, like a self-help fucking manifestation kind of
Wow.
songs, and just like, I am fucking awesome, like I'm going to fucking, make $1 million this week. I fucking, here's what's going on, and just like did this. I'm like, dude, that's a good fucking idea to just do a whole bunch of those, like
Mhm.
basically, you know,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it in your field, songs, to be able to do that. And I think I'm gonna go try to make some of those
It's
this
awesome.
week.
It's
Yeah.
awesome, and I'm excited because the next batch of Firesiders should be complete. Um, this upcoming Tuesday, so
Oh,
I'll be able to strain that and get that all good and ready to go. I'm gonna send that first batch out to some people around the world. I got some friends in Canada that want to try it. I got a friend that's out in Kansas that wants to try it. Shout out to Andy Hooser, good dude. Um, and then I've
shout
got
out.
I got some other people. I'm gonna start working on branding my firesider, as well as starting to get into the apothecary stuff and building holistic medicine for people. Um, yeah, I'm excited for this coming week, man. It's going to be a wild one.
Yeah, fuck you, Rockefellers. Sean's fucking
Well,
taking over, bitch.
yeah. I've already got people that are reaching out about some essential oils for them, so I'm excited about that. I just have to find a vendor that sells dried herbs and dried plants so that I can start using them. You want dry because if you use a live plant, then you got water within it, and then it will make that whole essential oil or whatever you're using pretty much not as potent. So you wouldn't be getting the properties out of the plant. So at any rate, that is the show. Russ, you got anything you want to say before we leave?
Fuck you, Rockefellers.
You know what's crazy is I knew you were going to say that.
Did you?
Yeah, I heard that in my head.
At home, dude. Fuck them. Fuck
'em.
them. Fuck them. And if I don't show up next week, you'll know why.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Until next time, much love. Be good.